What's up? What's up? What's up? It's FL Recaps. FL Recaps. We're back. Um, this channel is mostly gonna be like kind of teaching y'all. Just teaching concepts, mainly ICT concepts, I guess you could call them. And we're also trying to create our own concepts, but that comes with time to market. But yeah, this channel FL Recaps. We never even talked about it, but it's mostly gonna be like it's kind of best place to learn, I'd say. You're a new trader, you maybe you know a couple things. You could probably learn a thing or two from this channel. So that's kind of our goal. And yeah, we'll get to it. So today we're talking about fair value gaps. What are they? How to trade them, and how to find them in the market. Let's get to it. So we'll do this. Fair value gap, right? It is a three candlestick formation. Let's see this. So here's one, two. Damn, my candlesticks are ass. Three. Okay. With some wicks, right? All right. So three candlestick formation, and the gap, it's just a literal gap in the market. So our fair value gap, three candlestick formation. This is like we'll call this a bearish gap. Right? Imagine these candles are red. Your gap would be in the middle where the gap is. Three candlestick formation. You grab the middle candle, and you take it from the wick of the top one to the wick of the bottom, and that will make your little gap. That is what a fair value gap is. Or that's how you find a fair value gap. A fair value gap is kind of, you call them imbalance fair value gaps. What they are is kind of like, imagine price just moves super 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 fast, right? And it leaves a literal gap in the market of just a pool. Yeah, just a pool of liquidity, a pool of orders. And usually, or not usually, but sometimes what's in these gaps is just a ton of orders just kind of waiting to be filled. So sometimes market, let's say this is bearish, right? And market starts doing its thing, consolidating, whatever, and it goes back up into this gap. If you see buying pressure, or sorry, this is a bearish one. So if you start seeing selling pressure out of this, this is terrible. If you start seeing selling pressure out of it, usually a respected gap, and more orders are being filled right here. See the downside by the banks, usually meaning that price is going to proceed in that direction till find some kind of liquidity to go back up. Let's find them in the charts. I like to use a 5 minute. You can always find some nice 5 minute ones. So here's a perfect example, just right off the bat. So Friday, 10:20. As you can see, price just kind of goes up and up and up and up. But these aren't valid. So three candlestick formation, this right here would not be valid because this wick already came in here. So there's no gap to be left here. There's no orders lying here waiting to be filled. So this is not a fair value gap. But this right here is a fair value gap. Little space in the market, three candlestick formation, one, two, three. Go to the wicks. As you can see, the wicks leave this little gap inside this body. And as you can see, price came down into here, filled up this balance price, and market proceeded to go up. More orders were filled here. Price proceeded to go up. That's kind of all it is. It's pretty simple. It's really fucking simple. Probably the most easiest concept ever, I'd say, other than support and resistance. Which, if you are trading that, you guys are still not profitable, I would probably recommend you don't trade that anymore. You are kind of you kind of the concept that I use to trade only works because of people like you if you use support and resistance, which we'll get into that in a whole nother video. Let's go find a bearish gap. Let's find a bearish gap getting respected. Here's a good example. Here's actually a better example. As you can see, price starts falling down. Huge selling pressure. Huge, huge, huge. So we get a couple gaps made here. One, two, three candlestick formation. You have a gap right here. As you can see, price never went back into that gap, so kind of just disregard it. But we also get another gap right here. 1, 2, 3. We make a bearish fair value gap right here, bearish imbalance. And what happens here? Price consolidates a little bit here. Price comes up in here, fills in more sell orders, and then price just continues to the downside. That's all it is. Super, super, super fucking simple. Um, well, actually, yeah, super, super, super fucking simple. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. But yeah, we'll get to the next concept in another day, I guess. So this is Florida recaps out a little video, just kind of explaining fair value gaps very simply, very short. Peace.